Polar devices it's a wearable piece of technology that our athletes use. It contains a heart rate monitor, an accelerometer, and a GPS tracker. With that, we can get a lot of very actionable data for our girls and for their practices in regards to how much distance they're covering, the amount of high speeds they're covering, amount of cutting, how much hamstring stress their body's taking, how much groin stress.
The Polar devices are an invaluable source of information for us as a coaching staff. We have a wonderful sports scientist with Coach Duval who really breaks down the numbers for us and makes everything relevant to what we need as a coaching staff. So before every training session, we really analyze kind of what workload we want to put in, whether we want it to be a low, medium, hard practice. And we actually have a library of sessions where we correlate the data from Coach Duval, from the Polar units, to what we want to do from the training session as well. So everything that we do, the players are required to wear the Polar units. Whether it be individual sessions, whether it be team training sessions, whether it be conditioning sessions, and even weight room sessions, and obviously matches as well.
When we sync the data after every session, we create a report that it's given to the coaches that explains the amount of distance that they cover, the amount of time they spend in different heart rate zones, different speed zones, basically the overall load that their bodies have taken on each individual session.
We as a coaching staff sat down with Coach Duval when we got here and really learned how each other worked, and we kind of prioritized the things that were important to us. So, you know, you could get lost in all the numbers, so he does a really good job of making sure we just get the most important information. The players do have access to the data every single day. We actually post it on our TV that's outside the locker room, and it provides some friendly competition to see who's done the most running, and they really embrace that competition side of things with the data.
It's really important for us to collect the objective data that we get from our Polar units, but it's also just as important to correlate it with subjective data. If we're not really asking the players, okay, well, how do you feel? How much sleep are you getting? What's your mood like? What part of your body is sore and in pain? Then I don't think we're really painting the full picture. So correlating it with a wellness questionnaire that they may fill out after every game or every session, that we can kind of really paint the full picture, and then again making training-based decisions off of those numbers. Taking historical data and applying what we know about the athletes, what they're able to handle, what they're able to withstand, making sure that we're always within these safe zones in terms of their loads during practice and in games, we can help mitigate the risk for potential injury.
That's the whole idea behind it. You know, we want to make sure with our periodization is correct, and as a coaching staff and as a medical staff, we really analyze it together to make sure that we're doing the best things for our athletes.